Why?
Because
sometime last year, Ravi Turjuman, who also works with me and you'd see on the other Israel Film Festival, introduced me to Natan DVir. And he told me about his website. He showed me some, postcards. And I went on the website and I was very impressed. And for the past two festivals, I wanted an exhibit to go along with the film festival. And he's such a good photographer, I thought, you know what? I'm gonna hire him to do a project on Palestinian Israelis. So I asked him if he was interested. He said he was. And I asked him for a proposal. So he gave me a proposal of doing portraits of Palestinian Israelis at the age of 18. Why 18? Because Jewish Israelis are going into the army, and he wanted to give a picture of people who were not going into the army, people who were part of a minority that for the most part doesn't serve in the army, and what their life looked like. So we agreed that we would do an exhibit here. I arranged with the JCC that we would hang it here. And along with Natan, I wanted somebody to record what Natan was doing. And I won't say his name, but a very close friend of mine has a son who's a wonderful cameraman. So he went along with Natan, and he is a Palestinian Israeli, he speaks Arabic, and helped him with Arabic, and helped him with introductions to many of the homes, and they worked together. And for Natan, it was a very surprising experience, because the distrust between Israelis and Arabs has gotten worse and worse all the time. And what Natan had to do in this project was really overcome that distrust. And it was surprising to him because he's always been very left-wing, etc. And he thought that his good feelings would carry the day. And that's not the reality of Palestinian Israeli life. So he'll tell you more about that. But in the end, unfortunately, he took 60,000 pictures. 6,000. And he had to edit them down to show us. And we sat, and we sat, and we went through the pictures. And we argued which pictures would go up. And in the end, I think everybody was very happy. And the result is what you see here. And I'm very pleased with that. So, I'm now going to introduce Natan DVir.
Hello everybody, thank you very much for coming and honoring us with your presence today. As Carol said, this was kind of a mutual interest of both of us to do this project. Carol with the Other Israel Film Festival, and for myself, that living in Israel for over 30 years and living among the Jewish people and also among the Arab people, I always wanted to do this kind of project. I never exactly knew what I wanted to do and how, but once the opportunity came, we kind of seized it and tried to take it one step further. I started this project wanting to kind of open a window to the Arab society of Israel, which I felt that their story wasn't told in the world. I wanted to also learn that for myself and go through a kind of an experience that I would be able to share with people. And as Carol said, this experience was quite intense and probably is going to continue afterwards. So I do want to thank all the people that took part in this project.